Hello besties, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm V and welcome to another writing vlog. We are starting off on this Wednesday morning by going to the library, not by choice. If I had it my way, we would be having a homebody writing day today, but construction is still going on and the power is out for almost the entirety of the day, so this hermit's gotta venture outside. Hermit? Or is it hobbit? No, I think it's hermit because hobbits go out and like garden and stuff. Matt recently convinced me to watch the entirety of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies, and I say entirety because each movie is like 3 hours long, but they were so good. So good. Especially The Hobbit. Like the visuals in them were insane. There were so many moments where I was like, I literally wanted to pause and just like take in this, and I don't know if it was like taken in real places, but such a gorgeous movie, and I didn't expect that for The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, sorry. So yes, we are getting ready to go to the library. I have my laptop, my charger, my lip balm, lip gloss, blue light glasses, Kindle, and that's it. The plan, guys, the plan for the next few days of the week is to get back into setting a goal for my writing, because I do still have my normal routine of like wake up and read a few pages and then spend the majority of the day writing and then have like a cozy unwind evening. But since the past few weeks, months really have been kind of chaotic writing wise, like I went to New York and then I came back and started a new story, which I'm so excited about, but at the same time that I'm prepping to query into the limelight, I think most of my attention was focused on that instead of starting a new story, and I was just kind of writing that whenever I got the chance. But now my first batch of queries have been sent out, so I can focus fully on starting or on continuing this story that I started and actually setting daily word count goals. Also, do you guys like little snippets of querying updates in my vlogs? Because I know there's gonna be a whole separate querying vlog, but the thing about that is like, who knows how long it'll take before that comes out. Like that could be, it could be months, it could be years, which we're really hoping it's not. But you know what I mean? Like it's not in my control how long it is. So if you want little updates, let me know. If you'd rather just not have any updates, and honestly, if at one point I feel more comfortable not sharing any updates, I won't do that. But I do also want your guys' opinion on that. Let me know. But yeah, now I can fully focus on Project Wildflower. Insert mood board here. I'm so excited for this story. Here's the thing with the word count goal. I tried Emily Henry's routine, which was 2,000 words a day, and that was a lot. Like, I get it. She's, first of all, for an author on deadline, and also when you're drafting, it's doable and it makes sense to have 2,000 words a day. But I know myself, and I feel like 2,000 is a little bit overshooting it. I want to ease into it at least and then aim higher and higher. So I think I'm gonna start with 1,000. I'm comfortable with that. It's still a good amount of words to get daily. And this vlog, these next few days, is gonna be testing out this new goal. I am writing full-time right now, so I need to be setting these goals for myself. And honestly, working on this is a great distraction from querying. So I really want to fully immerse myself in this draft. So the goal for every day right now is 1,000. Let's do it. Okay, fine. Getting out of the house was kind of nice. Sometimes I need that external factor to kick me out of this chair, I'm not gonna lie. And in this case, I'm glad it did. I am back now. It's 2 o'clock. We were there for a good like 2 hours. And since I haven't worked on this book since last weekend, in my like last weekend vlog when I was writing, that's the last I worked on this book, I had to go back and reread the chapters that I wrote, and I did. And obviously, like, I can't help but edit stuff when I do that. I just can't help it. And you know what? I'm accepting that my first drafts, even though I don't have to edit and it's freeing knowing that I can just write and it can be super messy, I'm accepting the fact that if I reread stuff back, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I see what could be fixed there, but no, I'm gonna leave it. Like, I'm gonna fix it. So I did that, got re-excited about what I wrote. It's messy, but I remind myself from the Emily Henry video I filmed when I like looked through her interviews and read about her writing process and how she was like, my first drafts are messy, like extremely messy. And that just, it's a comforting thought for me because she's a best-selling author. Like, her writing is incredible. It's amazing. So to hear someone like her say that her drafts are super duper messy, it's always something that I keep in the back of my mind. It's comforting because I'm reading a bunch of polished books, but I'm like, it starts off like a messy first draft, so I'm totally fine with that. What matters is like the story and its potential, and I'm really excited to tell this story. I think it's gonna be so fun. Like, truly, oh, my elbow fell off the armrest. Truly, my goal as an author, why is my mug warmer not working? Guys, when I first got this mug warmer, I thought it like worked well, but I was like, oh, it keeps it like warm, just not hot. hot. I don't know why I thought that, because it keeps it so hot. Like, especially the less coffee you have or the less of your drink you have, because it has less liquid to heat up, it keeps it like even hotter. And I'm like, that's incredible. That's so good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh gosh. Oh yes. Okay. My goal as an author is to blend light, fun, witty banter with heartfelt moments too. Like, I really want to blend both deeper heartfelt moments in there. It's very similar to Emily Henry and Lynn Painter and a lot of other of my favorite authors. I think I accomplished that with Into the Limelight, and I hope to do the same with this book. I can see it getting a little too serious with the arc of grief that I have to have in there, but I'm gonna try my best to keep it lighthearted and fluffy and light, because that's just the way I want to tell this story. Also, let me know if you guys want like a little blurb every time you I open the vlog, or if not, because I'm like, if there are new people, they're not gonna know anything about my book, and I feel bad, but also for returning viewers, I don't want to be reiterating it over and over, like sound like a broken record. I don't know. You guys let me know, but I'll always have the playlist link down below, and my brainstorming video, I give like a full detailed, like, well, as much as I knew in that moment, plot of what this story is gonna end up being. So anyway, we're back home. I'm gonna continue to write, of course. I usually end writing at like 5:30, 6-ish, and then I eat dinner and then chill for the rest of the night. So we still got a good like 3.5 hours to get some words in, because I think last I checked I was at like 500 words. But I'm gonna clean my desk first. It is so messy. I don't know how this happened. Well, I was coloring last night. It's my new little favorite hobby. I love crocheting and coloring at night. I will show you guys the pages I've been working on later this evening, because I'm probably gonna color again, but I will get distracted if I do that now, and I really need to write. So I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'm gonna do writing sprints. Oh guys, I also got my library card renewed when I went to the library, which is so exciting, because it means I got a new physical card, which is exciting, because when people say library cards feel magical, it's cheesy, but it's just so true. Like, they do. I needed for it to be renewed, but I was still able to listen to audiobooks on Libby, which is mainly what I use the library for anyway, so I love that. Taking out books is amazing, like physical books, but I read too slow for that. Like, I really read too slow for that. So maybe when I up my reading speed, I'll start taking out physical books again. Oh, I thought we were at like 500 words. We're at 277, and on Scrivener, the word count goal that I set for this first draft, or not the word count goal, sorry, the deadline that I set is end of the year. So right now we're sitting at having to write 500 words a day, which is so few, but of course I'm setting my own goal of 1,000. The update is that we are now at 387 words. I love when I'm in the flow, because I just type away, and that is the phase that I'm in right now. I've passed the slow phase, and I'm now at the... It's crazy, like, when I stop to think about it, how stories just flow out of our heads. Like, you're writing something, and then you think of the next thing to write, and the next thing that happens, the next thing to say. It's just so fun. Guys, I'm really happy with this scene that I'm working on right now. It's the first, like, emotional scene of the book, but I'm very proud of myself right now, because I'm somehow balancing the fact that it's a more emotional subject, but also being able to weave in some humor. It's just coming out the way that I want it to come out, and I'm very excited about that. And we are inching closer and closer to the inciting incident, which is so exciting. So yeah, that's just a little update. I am currently at 800 words for the day and 3,500 words in the draft. It's 5:40, which means it is dinner time. Even though I feel like I could keep going, I need to eat. I need a break, and we'll see if I decide to continue when I'm done, or if I chillax for the rest of the night. I feel like I'm going to continue to write, because once I'm in the groove, I just want to keep going. But we hit our break time for the day. Yay. Super windy, but a hack I've been doing is parking super far away so that I have to walk more steps. Getting more steps in equals parking super far away. Time to go to the pet store. Yes, okay, wait. These specifically are what I've been hearing a lot of good things about, churros. Like right now his favorites are these, but I want to give him like those plus something else. I've heard great things about these ones. I have nothing else on my list, but I'm gonna keep browsing just because I'm already out and I kind of just want to walk around and look at stuff, and I love pet stores so much. Our little haul is this. I ended up getting this because they didn't have the pumpkin spice creamer that I was looking for, and I didn't want to go to another store, so I was like, I'm just gonna get this, which I've never seen before. It's literally pumpkin spice coffee. It's literally pumpkin spice latte, like the whole thing. Like I could just pour this over ice and be good, but I'm not much of an iced coffee drinker and it's not hot enough for me to drink one, and I just like my hot coffees, so this will be good for the days that are still hot because it's going back and forth temperature wise this week in pure Canadian fashion for early October. So this will be good for days where I'm like, oh, I actually like really want an iced coffee. But I'm also gonna try this as a regular creamer in my hot coffee. I'll just heat this up, like a little bit of this in milk, and add it to my coffee. You know, some rules are meant to be bent. I'm sure that's not what you're supposed to do with this, but I feel like it'll be good just to get the pumpkin flavor in my coffee that I want. And then I got some more Nespresso pods for my Nespresso machine because sometimes I get lazy and don't restock on my pods, and then I can't use my Nespresso machine, and I like the coffee so much better when it's brewed from my machine. And then I got Prince's Treat, the Churu. He's actually had one of these before when he was sick a couple months ago and we had to give him medication, and this was the way I gave it to him, through a treat, like, because he's a stubborn cat, but I mean, no one likes taking medication. And it worked, but I only bought like a few just to sample it if he'd like it, and he really liked it. So I'm happy to get these. I've heard really good things about them too. And this one comes with 4 different flavors. So hopefully Prince likes this. And then I just got him more of these ones. Tried and true, he loves these. Very small haul, but I just wanted to go run errands for the fun of it. Now I'm gonna make my coffee. Still construction going on, by the way. Gonna make my coffee and then get into writing. I'm so excited to get back into writing because last night's session was so good. Like yesterday in general session was so good that I wrote a little bit last night too, because I was just like, I love this so much and I'm so excited because we're starting on a brand new chapter today, chapter 3, and it's the inciting incident chapter. This was all the build up to it, the setup. Shortest setup I've ever had, I think, for it being just 2 chapters. But actually, is that the shortest? Maybe not. It feels really short because the chapters are pretty short, but we're on the inciting incident. It's so exciting because that means we're one step closer for me being able to introduce Reed to the story, the love interest. I haven't been able to get him on page yet, and I'm so excited. I have so many ideas for this book. Yay! Okay, just kidding. It's actually kind of hot outside in my backyard at least, so I'm thinking I'm gonna write outside, and we are gonna have a hot coffee, and that means I get to use the glass that Annika got me for my birthday. It's so cute. It's reading themed, like. Is this not so cute? Of course it's from Indigo. Indigo has the cutest stuff ever. I love it so much. Okay, time to try this. That smells so good. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Gonna add a little bit of this too. I don't think I need to add any milk to this because it's already a latte, but this has protein in it, so might as well add some protein in. Also, is it just me that didn't know this existed, or is this new? Like protein almond milk. My mom brought it home and I was like, wow, fantastic. I love pumpkin flavored things. That would happen to me. That was a really sour first try of this. You know what it is? My straw was at the bottom where all the milk is and not the drink. So pumpkin-y. Is there ginger in here? Yes. Oh my gosh. I love ginger in anything. That tastes so good. Okay, guys, I almost don't even want to admit this, but at this very second, today is very much a fail. We've gotten 78 words. To be honest, I didn't know how to start this chapter. This is the inciting incident where the dad tells Georgia that she's being shipped off to Nowhereville for the summer, the small town, whatever. And since the majority of chapter 2 was a conversation between Georgia and her dad after the aftermath of the first chapter and the last straw like act incident, whatever, I didn't want to open this chapter with yet even more conversation between them. I was like, like, this is gonna feel boring. So, but I did have to put the reveal where he, like, that this is the plan that he came up with. And so I was like, how do I start this chapter? Like, I was struggling, and then I decided I would start it like with her on the way there, and then it's like through internal monologue. I could have little flashbacks to him saying it, or I was like, I can just make it clear that that's what the decision was through the dialogue by like not hinting at it, but a lot of the times you can start in the middle of a conversation and trust the readers will figure out the before part of the conversation. So I was like, that's like, that feels like the best thing to do, because I think pacing wise, I lean towards more like fast pace. I don't like having any part that feels like it drags, but sometimes that can bite me in the butt, because I'm like, am I cutting out something that I really should not be cutting out? Like, am I jumping too ahead? Whatever. So I was overthinking how to start this chapter for so long, but then I finally thought of an opening for it, and it's funny, I must admit, but I've written a good 78 words. And now I'm like, my brain is tired. I don't know, I've just been so tired today, and I started the work, like actually writing after figuring out what I was gonna do so late. I just got back from having dinner, and I'm like, do I continue? Do I take a little break to like relax my brain? I can't call it a day at 78 words. It's so bad when I have not like the whole day to write. 78 words, like what? You know, it's just one of them days. It's one of them days, to quote the movie that I love so much. Just so, to be fair, when I color, I do listen to my audiobook, and I'm listening to When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord right now, which is a young adult romance. I loved Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, and I haven't read a book of hers since, so I'm glad to be reading this one. I love her writing style so much. So reading to me feels almost just as productive as writing, honestly, because it still hones that writing skill in a way, that writing part of my brain. So that's how I'm gonna justify coloring for the next little bit, and then maybe I'll write some more words before I go to bed like I did last night after being recharged from reading a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break and color. I'm so sorry. I was so locked in that I barely vlogged, and now the sun, I was gonna say is setting, but it's basically sat. It's basically sat at this point. But guys, I am having so much fun writing this story. Like, so much fun. I think it doesn't even have to do with the plot. Like, I think this plot is just as exciting as Into the Limelight was, but I think it's Georgia. Like, it's my main character. I'm writing through her voice, and she's so refreshingly different that it makes it exciting for me to write like conversations and action through her perspective, because she's so over the top. And like, I don't know, I said it in my starting a new story vlog that I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to make her likable, because she has some traits that wouldn't be seen as likable. Like, she's materialistic, prissy, over the top, but I've been able to balance that out by making her really funny, and also you can tell that she has a big heart and she cares for people a lot and feels things really deeply. And I don't know, I feel like I just have a good handle on her voice, and I really, really like it. And it's just so fun to write things from such a different character. Yeah, I don't know, it just feels so good to not worry about how my writing is right now and just have fun with telling the story, which is exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, that's my little update. I also hit the word count goal for the day, so we're officially over 5,000 words for this draft, which is so exciting. A little slow, but I'm very happy with how we're easing into this story, and the lighting is just gonna get progressively worse, so I might as well just end the vlog here. I don't know why I keep putting on and taking off my glasses. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I wish you guys the best of luck on your writing projects, and I hope you guys are having so much fun writing them. And I will see you lovelies in my next video. Bye!